Yeah. Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know. Tell a hater get up on my face. Yeah, I've been ballin' since like yesterday. Yeah, all this money all up in the way. Yeah, all this money in the way. You know that I'm walking with the bank. Yeah, water, diamond on my ring. You know that I'm rockin' feel the blue.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the 49ers going up against the Bears.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, yeah.
Play clock winding down. Back to throw. Snyder. Throw right side, taken in by Wallace. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, Snyder. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they try the right side here. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We could talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Looking to throw. Snyder, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Second and goal. There's still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
In motion goes the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Snyder steps up, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. A give to Howard. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Now let's go. Over.
They go with Howard again. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Yeah, little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't favor. Say amen. Amen, 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 yeah. Amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Check. Going up. Win it, we gonna. Going up. Did it like my persona. Going up. Ripping up was honest. We used to drive at them Hondas. Then we pull up in the Fondas. Glow up. Walking. Show up. Baby, hold up. With the fan up, I got Santa, I go monkey, up that, gonna do just what I say, pull up, fast as Uber in that race, she so bad but she said.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the 49ers going up against the Bears.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First and 10. Snyder. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now a handoff as they run left side. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out leveraging the offense.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They go with Howard to begin the drive. They find some open field here. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Hopkins, 84 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Forced out to his left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snyder. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st down, Snyder. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Snyder buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Snyder got his man. It's Caldwell. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just the 1st quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Now McManus for the extra point.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
And it's up and good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll drop to throw. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Play action. Snyder. He'll buy some time right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking right, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And able to haul it in is Kittle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, the spin. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And on 2nd and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. To throw again. Snyder. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Let's go. Green 39.
On 3rd and 2, Snyder. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Looking to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Throwing to start the drive. Snyder is going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Operating from the gun. Snyder over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
The final shot before break. Snyder going for the deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And
he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
To throw on 2nd down. Snyder. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Off the play fake. Snyder. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. They've got his man. Complete. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Back to throw. Snyder dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Second down now after the incompletion. From the gun, Snyder. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun on third down. Snyder. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And McManus able to put it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go. All right, here we go.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. This is Howard on second down. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. And the tight end goes in motion left. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Back now at Soldier Field. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Snyder. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A very solid gain of 27. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Off the bootleg. Snyder. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 35. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They run the counter now on first down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Off play action. Snyder steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 49. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They need a touchdown, the two-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 17. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down following the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Looking to throw. Snyder. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now running right through it. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.